All right. Hmm. So, there's a frost advisory this morning. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm getting started like an hour later than I usually do. For a while, I was also getting started later than I usually do, but, instead of actually starting, I would just skip it. Trying not to do that. Because there's going to be lots of days where I don't wake up as early as I want to, and it's like, why throw away stuff because of that? Alright, first things first. This is a new character. Hang on, let me see something. Great way to start a stream, go right into standby mode. It's great. Alrighty then. So, I had to bring in a reference for a character that will be appearing in this strip for the first time. And this is the initial reference, so I have no idea how it's going to change when I actually start drawing her. That's the thing, you make a reference, or at least from my experience so far doing this, you make a reference and then when you actually put it in the comic, it kind of morphs over time. You can see that with like actual comic strips. If you ever read Bloom County or Opus, the one with the penguin, you can see that penguin's nose get bigger and bigger over time. Starts out like a regular beak and ends up like half his body size. Just because it's what looks better, you know what I'm saying? The artist just kind of adjusts as they go. being a lot more quiet on this one. It's because I'm locked in. I'm locked inside of a boiler room with Freddy Krueger send help. Surprised nobody's exploited the comedic potential of that phrase. I'm locked in a prison because insert joke about crime I did here. I don't know. Why isn't that a thing? Hmm. Thinking if I want to go back and add some more stars here. The answer is yes. And you might be asking, why stars? And the answer is just be patient. What do you want me to spoon feed it to you? It's a comic, rate it. There's some very messy stars. They'll do. They'll do. They're okay. They're doing their job. They're doing their job. All right. All right. I'm about to engage in some high level caricature, which I typically don't do. So gotta give the sunglasses some shimmer. Hang on. Get some shine on these. I don't know if I'm gonna render that. We'll see. It's supposed to be latex. Or not latex. PVC. There's a difference, I think. The point is, this character is dressed for the club 24/7. What club? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. There might not be a club. That would be funnier. It would be funnier if there was no club. But either way, she's dressed for it. Not getting the eyes right. For now. You can tell I'm struggling with the eyes in some places. I might have to go in and do some reference. Oh, we have to change the whole angle of this son of a bitch. The jagged teeth do work better. Just gotta tilt this. Did I tell you this was going to be difficult? I told you this was going to be difficult. You didn't believe me, you fool, you simpleton, you son of a bitch. You thought, surely it's not going to be difficult. What? Fool, idiot, moron, dumbass. There, what we gotta do is we gotta draw the normal face first and then fuck the shit out of it. It's gonna be the worst way I could possibly said that. Here we go. Hmm. think I got it. Yeah. I think I could if I wanted to make her look a little angrier, but I think this gets it across. That arm is fucked. I do like the placement of it, but that's yeah, I gotta. Okay, I had the thumb. Sometimes you just gotta hold your hand in the position that it's that you're drawing it in and be like, okay, where's the thumb? Sometimes you just gotta do that. It like 90% of the time it is exactly where I think it is, but god damn it, I gotta check. You never know. It's a wily little finger, that thumb. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Monkeys don't have it. Cats don't have it. Only we got it. What's it hiding? Why only us? What is the agenda of the thumb? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Do you know? You don't know. You don't know. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. It could be planning things. You know, they say the left hand does not know what the right is doing. They're mostly saying that about organizations where like guys are stealing crap and other guys don't know about it. But the point is that it could be about thumbs. You don't know. So for this, I'm gonna have to do things I typically don't do to make this work. Um, like I think not giving any kind of yeah, it's gonna look best if I don't. Never mind. No, yeah, you're right. That does look better. I'm right. So what I was debating is whether or not to add the chin, whether or not to add the hair. I'm much more on task today. I got more sleep. That probably helped. Her foot needs to be longer, just a little bit. That is, what layer am I in? Jesus. What the? Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Well, you saw the text there. Don't worry about it. I hate it when I do that. I do that. I hate it when I do it. Give me a second. I don't want to reveal all the text, even though you just revealed some of it. Well, there it is. Damn it. Oh, man. You know what I gotta do? There's a feature for this. But bam. Wait. But bam. There. I should have just done that. God damn it. Anyway. There we go. Let me just hang on. Let me just por favor, por favor, por I don't know. Jesus. There we go. You can't see it, but I'm doing very delicate operations behind the scenes. I'm saving the real shit. Alright. There we go. Alright. Lovely stream. Yeah, look at how big in detail my artwork is. Why is that not... Oh, Jesus. Alright. Locking it should help. You can lock layers in Photoshop. I've never done it. I've never had a reason to do it until just now. Friggin' Jesus. How long has it been since 2014? 11 years. Less than I thought. That was a very complicated mental math I had to do in my head. I had to add numbers. You know, I had to subtract numbers, actually. It was very complicated. My teacher was right. I needed to memorize how to do that. My math teacher was right. Typically, they aren't right about things. You know, surprising. But anyway, yeah, no, 11 years of using Photoshop, I think. If I did the math correctly. I probably didn't do the math correctly. 11 years doing Photoshop. I've never had to lock a layer. Well, I've never had to. I should have many times. Many, 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 many times. Possibly hundreds of times. I have no idea why I started with his head. But I do know that I made it too big, as per usual. Fuck. Stop. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. You know something I just realized? Most clowns wear ties. I'm literally thinking about this. I'm formulating this thought just now. Most clowns wear ties. Like, you know, you think about a clown. Like, a lot of them are wearing kind of an older getup, you know? They're wearing a sort of, like, just a button-down shirt that's funny looking. But a lot of them wear ties. And you think about it, today a tie is like a pretty much a ceremonial piece of fashion, you know? You wear a tie if you're going to a marriage, a funeral, or a divorce hearing, you know what I'm saying? You don't wear a tie. Like if you're wearing a tie and you're going to an office, people think either you're an idiot and you should stop wearing the freaking tie, or you're like a high power executive, you're worth $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But clowns wear ties. A lot of clowns wear ties. Why did I do that? Well, first of all, it's funny. Second of all, clowns, like a lot of them, they come from a time period where a tie was kind of an expected piece of everyday wear. You know what I'm saying? Like you would typically wear, like there was a time where the average person on the street, sure, it was because they were going to work a lot of the time, but they'd be wearing a tie. Just, going in and going out to their job as a freaking guy in a mailroom who wants to fucking, I'm not going to say the rest of that thought. Um, all right, we finished all of one panel. the rough sketch in for all of one panel. I mean, we only did, excuse me, I'm stretching. We only did a half hour here. Because I got up late. And having to go to work gives me a hard out. In a future, there'll be times when I log on later and then stay later because I'll have gotten dressed for work beforehand. But I'm currently in my PJs. Point is, I used to sweat over starting these at a consistent time. It's the early morning. It's not like anybody's watching. People are going to catch this on the VOD for the most part. And probably they're not going to start watching until several things happen that I have planned that won't happen for several months. So let's sunset the window capture. Let's just enjoy my beautiful blurry VHS background thing that I put together. This is a screenshot from City Skylines. I haven't played this in like a year or more. I'm gonna replace this with a screen with like a Windows 95 core like loop of Transport Tycoon. Open Transport Tycoon. That's what I'm gonna do eventually. Maybe, I don't know. Might switch back and forth. What is it? I like this background. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. No, I got schemes, buddy. I got plans. I can't reveal them, or the haters will sabotage me. They'll be like, "Hey, scheme, get out of here." You can tell that I'm not a real Italian. Anyway, point is, uh, where was I? When I do those things, people finally might be coming to this channel in larger numbers. Because here's the thing. Everything I've done with this channel is not really, it's not really that good. It's like I've been trying things, I've been experimenting, nothing's really caught on. I was on this on the last stream, The little things that I've done here, nothing's caught on. Nothing's really caught my passion. I'm not really putting my all into any of it. Even these streams, these are mostly a productivity thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this for me. The actual content that's actually worthwhile that I'm working on, it's years in the making. That's just the production cycle because I'm working with volunteers. I'm doing a longer form thing. Gonna be weeks to years in the making, months to years in the making. Even when I have stuff together, it takes a long time to make like narrative content, which is what I'm trying to do. And until then, my brand online doesn't have much going for it. So till then, I got these little things. I keep looking how pale my avatar's arms are. Look at that. I look as white as I am. Damn. Anyway, point is, until then, these VODs are not going to be watched by many people. Probably nobody, because it's 7 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. The only people in the position to watch this are in Vietnam or Uzbekistan. And I'm not saying, Uzbekistani and Vietnamese people don't enjoy a good live stream every now and again, but, I'm sure they prefer one that we can understand what the guy is saying. Like, not only do I speak English, you speak with an accent. Even if you learn standard business English, that you learn in the international schools, why the heck are you going to learn how to speak like a freaking, a guy from North Jersey that moved to Philly? You know what I'm saying? Like, why, I could barely understand me, for Christ's sake. Why the hell would somebody who speaks English as a second language figure it out? But yeah, no, this is just like, yeah, so I should just do whatever the fuck. Don't worry about getting on the right time. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the other thing. Just do the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this to me, but hopefully other people could take this as also advice if they happen to see this like 2 years from now when like 1.1, no, 0. Not a lot of guys, of people that scroll through this channel, scroll all the way down to the old VODs that nobody watched and watch them for some twisted psychopathic purpose. I'd probably just put it on while I fold in laundry. Although I don't know why you put an only half-hour stream on while you fold in laundry. It's like, I got too much laundry. That's not long enough. Yeah, I don't know. Point is that you can see trolleys going by in the screenshot, which is good because I fucking love trolleys, man. I got that kind of autism. This train going by. Like I said, I like this this background. It's nice. But yeah. It's about to be 7:40. I gotta go to work. I completed a single panel of the sort of like fine, rough stuff, and I could do the line art later. But anyway, as the Italians who I'm kind of related to, but only very distantly, to be honest, would say, ciao. And I'd probably say something else when moving the hands. I don't know. Hang on. I gotta do the thing. I gotta do the thing. Bam! The thing! Ha ha! Bam! Alright. Hasta luego, as the Spanish would say.